Hi everybody, thank you for joining me today. In this video I just wanted to share with you the fabulous brand new collection which is Date Night from Two Robins, which you've all absolutely loved so far. In this we're going to share with you some inspiration from the boards, some of the samples and also the fabulous Minecraft Studio element that you've got with this great collection as well. I just want to take your attention to straight away actually sharing with you some of the projects that you can create with this fabulous kit. You can see here straight away the love story between these two iconic characters, which really are the staple and signature element of this collection. And then you've also got all of the florals and foliage that go with it to really build up those corners, build up those scenes, and create those really dynamic backgrounds that Two Robins is so well known for. And this collection does it so exceptionally well. So the actual collection itself, what you're going to get in here and what you're going to be playing with. Well, starting with those two iconic characters, you can see from the boards here we have got the Featheringtons. Now these fabulous owls, you can see we've got a little baby owl in here. So this could be mum and dad looking after baby. This could be grandfather and granddad whilst parents are out on a date night. You create your own story with Two Robins, and that's the beauty of these collections. And you've also got flipped and reverse reflections as well, which means that you can create just like this, spinner cards, dynamic elements, and cards with a great amount of really inviting elements. You can see as well with all dies in here, you will get also your outline die. So you can build up the strength, you can build your mats and layers, or create emblems and card shapes just from the die shape itself. As we go through the collection, you've got the perfect perch. Now, of course, with this, your characters, your owls will be placed directly on top of these, giving them the footing, the foundation for you to place those two characters directly on top of these. So everything in this kit is designed in a way to build up that scene for you with almost like fluid guidelines, instructions that you can really take into your own element. Now, one of the first florals I'm going to share with you throughout this collection is your tumbling fuchsia. It's a great image to work with, cascading through in an abundance of colour of reds, pinks, and those vivid greens that you've got in there for you to play with. Now, of course, you've also got your outline die, which adds that, perimeter outline for your dies if you're wanting to extend them over the edge of your cards. Maybe you're making a wreath or freestanding elements, which means we can take these dies down to as fine as a hairline connection between the florals, whilst you've still got integrity of encasing that whole image. Now, building them up as a cascading element from either a hanging basket or over a wall just looks brilliant. Now, within here as well, you've got a tremendous die that you've got in here. Now, this one as well, this is your berries and blooms in here. Now, you've got that fabulous peony with the berries and the buds, but building that up as a whole bouquet, you can see just on its own without the fuchsia or your other flowers in the collection, it really holds its own. Now, if you wanted to add your own colour, you can do as well. You could colour them in your own colourways, but check out the website for the reflections because you'll find additional colourways on there as well for you to download. In here, you can see as well your blackberries and your blossoms. All of that fine detail, they look great when they're all together. You can see as a singular element or when you're building them up with the actual designs. If I just share with you, you can see how this works into a project itself, even as a filler with all of those blossoms and blooms around there. It just makes the whole collection cohesive. Now, of course, with that in mind, when you're working with this kit, if you're wanting to create statement pieces, it can be achieved so quickly, so easily, but so effectively, just by building up the florals and placing those signature focal points in the middle of your project. That there is a date night collection for you with all of those. I'm going to share with you some quick finished samples here. You can see as we go through this, even if it's tags, whether it's giftables you're wanting to create with this, it works so well. Date night, the collection, is a theme of love. It's a theme of celebration. It's a theme of being given all of these fabulous elements. Now you can see here the two characters themselves with the little baby underneath, how beautiful this really is. I'm going to bring your attention as well to this fabulous frame that we've got here, which I think is just incredible. True statement piece. Maybe that's going to go on the wall. Maybe that's going to be going on the mantelpiece. Or maybe you're going to work with some of the, you can see how the heart shapes here, we've then used for the project itself. And then we've actually gone over the edge with those decoration and embellishments. And then again here in a completely different style, but then in keeping with those florals, to create a really dynamic card shape itself. Or maybe again you're wanting to work with your freestanding cards on acetate like this. Simple piece of acetate scored and folded in half, with that collection then just building the whole story itself. This is a great chapter of Two Red Robins, one to be part of, but also you'll notice that as this collection evolves, as you're actually looking through it and working with it, you can bring in elements from your previous collections dating right back to the beginning up to present day, and that is the beauty of Two Red Robins itself. Now, of course, with this fabulous collection, you've also got Minecraft Studio, which we've built into it as well, which is great. I love that we get to do this for you now because we have so many different crafters for different elements. Now, this is a download on the Highlight Crafts website, so you can go straight to Highlight Crafts, download the Date Night Minecraft Studio and have fun with it. I'm going to quickly share it with you on the computer. You can see what you're getting and you can see a bit of inspiration as well. So taking you to the computer, in here you've got digital stamps. So the actual stamps of the collection have been created for you. So these don't even exist as a product, as a stamp. You've got them now as a digital version of that, which means you can colour in, you can create your traditional masking techniques in there as well. You've also got your reflections. Now this then means for you that they're part and parcel all together. You've got all your reflections for all of the dies, but that also means that maybe if you just wanted to cut one singular element of this one, you could then, if you wanted to, just crop one of them out. Okay, maybe you just want to cut one of the reflections. You don't need to use a whole print, or maybe then you're going to select to use one of the fuchsias and build up your own reflection decoupage sheet. That's a great way for you to plan your projects out. Of course, also included in here, you've got your scene building. This is my favourite bit of the Minecraft Studio offerings that we bring to you. The index there, you can see all of the elements. You've got your blooms, you've got the actual characters themselves, the Featheringtons, the fuchsias, you name it, all of it is on here. So that means for you, you can bring them on, but then you can just resize them, any scale that you want. Then of course you can still flip them, completely change them as to what they were already, and make projects that just work for you, ones that are right, ones that you know are going to be spot on in the way that they are created, because you can then take branches, make them any scale, any size, with the additional colours that we've got in here, and make really, really thoughtful projects that are just built up with so much detail. So you can see here, even just adding a few elements like that and grouping it together, as you see there, that there could just be printed out on a card, and it could be happy birthday, happy Valentine's Day, any occasion. It's sent with great amount of thought. So with the collection itself, with having scene building, you also have the scenes in there, which is great. Now you'll find these on, of course, on that Minecraft Studio download, working with all of those scenes. Look at this. There is so many to play with. So in fact, can I go all the way back? Let's have a look. Bring back in that scene and let's see where we can place these. Send that to the back and straight away we have captured our element. You could even then take just a basic shape to this really quickly and just crop out and keep the inner. Now if you're looking at that thinking, well, that's lovely, but what about the colours? You could go into your rainbow slider and look at this, create any of that. It's creating literally, is it Aurora Borealis? It is, isn't it? That's what you could create with this. Look at that, that is amazing. I absolutely love that. And again, you can then place your images over the top of here, and then you've got that fabulous network of colours, if you like, every single time you work with it. Now again, that goes for all of the scenes that you've got on here. You've got them in landscape and portrait. Maybe you're wanting to have them in black and white, something completely different. They look lovely as well. Or again, maybe you're going to take them through that rainbow slider and add a completely different look and feel to your projects. Maybe you're going to scale this right down and they're going to sit just in the centre of where the sun or the moon is there for you. So in there, of course, you've got your scene building, you've got your digital stamps, but then also included with that, you have textures. So almost like a mulberry paper texture or a rice paper texture in here. You've got a variety of colorways, which of course you can still change to make your own colors from, but great for your mats and layers, great for your backgrounds. If you wanted to do an embossed effect, you wanted to do all those different things that you know and love with Minecraft Studio, you can do them with all your textures, but that download includes all of those elements from your stamps, reflections, scene building, scenes, and textures, all in one place for you, giving you everything that you could possibly want from the Two Red Robins Date Night collection. So of course, remember, you've got it there as dies for you with the fabulous collection itself, built up from 12 different dies, but then also you can go straight to the Highlight Crafts website, download the Minecraft Studio, and you can get playing with it instantly. You've got all of that content there at your fingertips to start creating. Nothing stopping you from building that into your die collections as well, because you've got your reflections for the dies with that download. So thank you so much for joining me for this particular video. In here we've shared with you the great collection from Stuart Robbins, which is Date Night. I really do hope you've enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.
If you want to see more from Highlight Crafts, make sure you click the like button, subscribe by clicking the subscribe button below, and click the bell icon to receive notification of all our future content. You can also click here to see our latest video, or click here to see more videos like this one.